Hello, welcome! How are we doing? June 26th is when it's happening. They dropped it. What's up, boys? Gonna get that 10 scrap from y'all? Nah, it's definitely June 26th. Bob, this one's for you. That's all I wanted was the explosion. Okay. Hello, welcome. Hi. June 26th is the date. We're going to be doing some test builds, mess around here, because it's a little bit faster, because we're allowed to use mouse and keyboard here. So that's what we're going to do. Well, let's get rid of the weather. Oh, yeah, we do know there's going to be weather. Well, probably the basic weather, so probably just rain. But we're going to make it clear for now. Woo! Hello! Hi! June 26th. They all but told us. And we're going to do some science. Because that's what we do best. Says, what are you really for? Wait, what are you really for on the new Rust? Oh, like, what do I want? What's up, boy? I mean, I hope it's June 16th, but they pretty much said June 26th. Well, they haven't, but that was the hint that they dropped. It's pretty clear. But then again, maybe they're trolling us. Who knows? It's not like they like it when anybody else says anything other than them. Oh, I said it! What a teabag! Okay, we're going to do some of that crazy modular stuff because I freaking love it. Okay, we need a timer. I don't think I have enough space for all this. Timer, this, that, and the other thing. So we're doing a build here that we can do on our version, obviously. We're going to do the modular base thing where when one base gets raided, it transfers the loot to the other. We're tightening up the module and to make it a bit cleaner, but we're going to test to make sure that works. Each square represents a base. Okay? Okay. So we're going to do a little test, a little something we've been cooking up. What do you want on the new Rust? Minis and then cars. I'll take cars before minis, but I would prefer to have minis first. Yeah, dude. Well, the beautiful thing is we don't have to worry about all this like hang up necessarily like we have been because the resource pool is so much larger for the next gen stuff. So I think it's only a matter of time before we get all the stuff that we do want. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Bob, we have to make an adjustment to our wedge. Your thoughts? I was thinking 1x3. Okay. Let me rewind a second. Okay, so this is essentially the footprint for the wedge. The problem is we're going to get a workbench, the engineering workbench, sooner or later, right? Probably sooner than later. Well, and then you can see all the car stuff's off to the side here. So, like, it removes it from the other workbenches. Isn't that crazy? Like, our tree changes. I don't think it'll be long before we get this. And maybe the crafting comes with it. Who knows? The crafting is nice, dude. You can add extra slots to things, making bone armor freaking sick. Honestly, bone armor with the high crafting, then put yourself a little wooden armor in there, you're all set. Although, to be fair, I believe these came in with primitive. I want to say, no, it didn't. It didn't. They were separate. They were separate. Who knows? We could get them grouped up. Maybe not. It would be nice to see us get whatever this is, right, at some point. And then the barrels of some degree because they're so freaking good. Like the old-timey barrels, yes. But probably more of the jungle barrel stuff, the little wicker ones. Yeah, the wicker barrel. Look how sick that looks. These are essentially large boxes. Whatever it looks like, I hope we get something like this. Hey, what's up, Toxic? What's up, baby? Yep, pretty much the 26th. So, you know what I'm gonna say? Hopefully this isn't overtly negative. So, why couldn't Pedro say, hey, there's not going to be a beta? Just those words. Why did he go all corporate speak on us? Right? That's wild. Yeah, so I think a lot of stuff that we see here. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Because we do know this is coming for sure. If I knew how to read and or spell. Jeez, I can't type. There it goes. Okay, ready? Whoop. Oh. Admin tools off. Admin tools off. Pro tip, don't get it crooked because you won't be able to get in or out. You could essentially make a prison. Jade, you're such a W content. Thanks, man. What's up, buddy? What's up, Connor? Best thing is next Thursday we get a video showing us the helis in the car, then the end date of it coming out. Ooh, dude, I hope there's helicopters. That would be great. We do know there's a lot of work on cars. We do know there was some work on helis. I don't know how much. I know they stopped, they prototyped, they stopped, and then when they had some improvements, they went back to developing it. I don't know how far along they got with it. And I have my parachute on too. Perfect. I'm gonna try to go really high. See how high she can go. Put in a full 500. How old is Rust? 11? Maybe a little bit older because of the early access. 11 years and change. The cinematic tools would be cool. We have some, but we don't have... Can't do like demo records if that's what you're asking. She doesn't really want to go that high. Full burn, we burned about 20 so far. But usually you're pumping it, let go, pumping it, let go kind of thing. Pretty consistent stream up here. Ooh! Look how straight... Oh, because we're in the ceiling cap, aren't we? Okay. Are we really going any higher? Oh, a little bit. Yeah, the airstreams up here are way better. Warp and all that stuff? Oh, very technical. Yeah, geez, when you get up really high, it's kind of nice. Been fairly consistent the whole time. Any official news? June 26th. Or at least that's the demo. I hope they don't drop the demo then, like the trailer, and then they push it to July. That would hurt my feelings so bad, dude. It looks like a release date. I mean, let's be real. She stays lit for quite some time. Inflated! And don't forget, we'll most likely get this little guy with it too. Are you? Is it under? I bet it's under a tire. Yes. I always forget where that little hotspot is. Which essentially gives us a door. No, you can't lock it, but it is a door. Can you make another water base? Yes! That's why we're here. To make it the basis. But man, when this thing goes up and you're not in it, goodbye. Yeah. Gotta put you in like a little swirl as you go up. Just want you to get a good sense of how this moves. I know we're over the jungle, so that's not super accurate right now, because obviously we're not going to have that for a while, but that's kind of where my test area is, so sorry. You hear a lot of cats in the background. And then if you have a parachute, you equip it as long as you're standing on the ground, and you jump out, and you hit jump one more time. Tell me this is not going to be sick for grubbing your way into something. And if, well, don't do this if you're not an admin, but you can cut the cord by hitting jump one more time, and your parachute should come down with you, unless it has already. Where is it? Did it flop to the ground yet? There it is. And then you pack it up. Beep boop, beep boop. So you could essentially just make a tower and jump from it. That works too. And let's not forget, if we have parachutes... Oh, my pockets are full. My bad. And let's not forget, now at the lighthouse, there are gaps here, which is great for the helicopter, by the way. But if someone's really pinching you up here, you could just jump out and go, see ya. Oh, wait. It helps if my parachute's on first. Okay, let's try that again. Oops. So you're up here, you grab something cool, and you're like, okay, I gotta go. Bye. Boop. You're gone. See ya. And if you're over the water, you could just cut the cord and go, see ya. Oops, that's shallow water. I would have died. So most likely we'll get the parachute with it. I don't know if we'll get SAMs and stuff to go with it. Because honestly, with the hot air balloon, having some turrets around is enough to keep people out of your base. Same with the parachutes, because they'll just get smoked before they come in most cases. There's still ways to peel it back, but if we get SAM sites, it's going to be pretty rough sailing for any of the hot air balloons. It's possible. Definitely possible. Okay, Bob. Are you still here, Bob? We need to think about some kind of gatehouse. This one's a bit large, a bit wide for ground vehicles. Because even if it doesn't come in initially, we're going to need to start thinking about it. So I'm thinking instead of attaching it to the 1x3 version or the 1x2 version of the wedge, we make like an exterior TC that is really just a gatehouse or a garage, which could turn into a gatehouse if we needed to. And then we could store the cars in there or just walk through it. I kind of went ham on this and put like windows here. I was thinking about putting turrets down here. Because it's gonna be a thing, guys. It's gonna be a thing. So I want to start working it out now, how we're gonna... Oh, that's why I didn't put it on, because I'm floating. Not that standard players have to worry about that. You don't. I wonder when our 12 turret max is gonna come in. Then we could put it like that, so then you're pretty much clear. This is much later in the wipe, obviously. What if you have something like your construction windows? Even before you have turrets, it's not bad to have something like this, because then at least you can see outside before you step out. We all know how that goes. And then some kind of barbed wire action. But some kind of small storage, place for a TC, and obviously a small battery. I'm sorry, not a small battery, a medium battery. And maybe some place for some car parts, because it's like, this will be enough to put one of these ramps in here. It should be, is this 1x3 or 1x2? Yeah, this will hang out a little bit. Come on, get in there. Do I need to switch it to something metal? Or brick? It's funny how much that sticks out, isn't it? Alright, noted. That makes that extremely hard to place, doesn't it? Oh, come on. You know you want to get placed in that. Really? The good news is you can pick this bad boy up. Really? There's no way this got more strict. We have to take these off before we do it? I didn't think so. Maybe, yep, that was it. Wow, okay, well. This can hang outside a little bit. Oh, thanks. Yes. The silo. I do want to mess with the silo a bit, and even like a submarine, completely submerged type base. So that's the thing, Bob. Either we're going to have to deal with this, or they're hanging out the end a little bit, which isn't the biggest deal. Or make it a 1x3. Either way, this can be part of the gatehouse. I put like a wall here. But this could just be an external TC that we have like a little dangly piece that comes over here to stop people from griefing. Obviously, we start with this because it's cheap. As we get the money or the car, we expand to something like this. Probably 2/3 of its size, so cut this off. So something more like this. Here's a thought. To do it modular, something roughly like this. Right? Whatever this looks like. Maybe that's too big, I don't know. It's almost as big as our base. But the thing is, before we even do this, we could just place this guy outside close to the base and maybe one turret outside. Because honestly, all you really need... Let me spawn one. Oh, nope, let's spawn something more realistic. Nope, not this one. Not that one. Not that one. Give me a camper! Camper me. Okay, hold on. I'm just rolling the dice on these. Jeez. By the way, do you see how close it comes to the shoreline? This is technically the shoreline up here. Look how stupid close this ship gets. Not that we're getting the harbor right away, as far as we know we're not. But, again, soon enough. I think, yeah, there'll be a bag limit on console. For sure. Ow. The updated harbor is fun, because then you can just, like, stow away and stuff. Again, not that we've got the official word on that. Oh, yeah, by the way, the bridge is drawn back, too. It should pop in right about now. Boop. I think it's already turned in. Oh, no. Oh, it's turning right now. Perfect. As she enters... So it's like the bridge is wide enough to not only climb up and hide, but you can also drive cars across. A whole new section to jump around on. Oh, that takes a minute for it to open, right? Does it do it like when it comes by the gate? It's not that this is fast, it's not. There it goes. There is an admin command, but they've blocked it. The admin command is spawn space tugboat. One word, tugboat. But they've blocked it. Probably because that makes the game unstable for the consoles. The older... Ouch! But if you watch the sequence, these will start loading eventually. I'm going to assume that's not in the version that we're going to get, because all the preview stuff that we've seen in the distance, and the more recent one, it doesn't show this configuration yet. But again, it's only a matter of time, because once we get that stable version, every month, dude, we're just going to be getting new stuff, which is great, dude. As opposed to 3 updates, now we're going to get 12. Well, we had 4, but the 4th one was always quality of life, so you're like, that's cool, but, you know, we're going to quadruple our amount of updates in a year. Beautiful. Hopefully, in the new stuff, they'll unlock some more of these admin commands that they've locked out. I'll even show you. Whoops. I forgot I had my parachute on. Yeah, see, I'll even show you. The tugboat commands this. They're the same, they just blocked it on our version. Okay, let me show you back here. So Bob, this is kind of what we're thinking about, so let's kick it around in our heads. So maybe, because eventually we get big enough or we get rich enough where our little wedge gets a little bit bigger, and you know, maybe some area protection isn't out of the question. So when it does, when this goes to 2 stories, whatever, we can start to think about something like this. External TC that extends here, that stops it from griefing, but we can turn this into some type of garage. But before that, we could technically just have this guy out here. Let me, give me a camper. Oh, that's handy. Camper me. There it is. But until then, we could just go to the junkyard and stick a lock on it. You can technically just stick this on a foundation real quick and, you know, put a lock on it. Alright, let's just take it in here and put this down here for now, just because it's faster. But if we have a lock on it, then nobody's really going to touch it, right? Well, I mean, they'll touch it, but it's less likely if it's outside. You know, if we're online and moving, kind of like a horse being kind of close to the outside. But this horse has a lock on it. Making this even more useful. Plus, the spawn points in here are sick. So while we're building this, we could already have a lock on the car like this. Get in there. Am I too long for this? Okay, that's a problem. That's why we need the up and over for this. This is very tight. In a bad way. Work on the vehicle, please. Add a code lock. Okay, so now the car's locked. So we could do this at the junkyard. We don't need this on the... Oops. Helps if I get in the right position. So while we're building up the wedge, we could have our farm mobile out here, right? It's got a lock, no big deal. We could stick our spawn points in here. We got room for kits up here. Boom, blockers. We'd set our beds to this, right? And just lock it and we're good. We don't have to worry about the engine compartment because it locks it too, right? We'll find a lot of these on the road. And so like we keep it close until we build up the wedge. Actually, this is the 1x3 version of the wedge, which we might expand to. We might need it. So then as we get more money, we could take it to this level if we wanted to. Which, it kind of makes sense to put turrets on the outside. Maybe we stick batteries and stuff on the second floor, I don't know. But essentially if we have wooden walls, it would extend on this side too. So what do you think? I need a more compact way to do this. I think having windows on the exterior as you drive through is like key. Because then if we have like a small compound with wooden walls, it's like enough to keep this kind of protected. Like mid-late game, we'd have something like this, you know? We can check it. These can be covered up with, you know, garage doors or whatever. If we're really feeling like we got money. Push it to the limits. Because we're getting good enough where we get enough money pretty quick. You know what I mean? And obviously this would be a little bit closer, but then we'd have like an extended piece that comes back to the base to stop for griefing. And honestly, this could be a small garage or just a tiny gatehouse, whatever. And then, you know, we don't have to have this inside. We could just make this very small with like a tight entrance. And then maybe we just put a slab out here that's got the stuff for the garage. Because once it's on the interior, it's pretty much safe. Yeah, but once you've got a locked car, I mean, people can break in, but if we're inside the base, by the time they break in, we'll come outside and smoke them. So it's not a huge deal. And if you want to lock the car, you just unlock it like a normal car. Boop, 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 boop. Of course, that's how it works. Hey, you want some pizza? Let's go get some pizza. Yeah, he says I'm mad excited for next gen locate. Dude, 100%. I'm messing with this. I don't know where I'm at with it yet. We've done the 1x3 before, but it seems almost more tight than before because our walkway. And plus we have the problem with the engineering table, right? We need to put this somewhere. Maybe it just goes on the second floor. Maybe we just pick it up and put it down. I don't know. And there will be refrigerators and food will spoil at some point. That's in our future. Probably sooner than anything else because crafting and the cooking and the food spoilage is easier to add than other things. So mess around with this and like different ways to handle the dead space down here. Like this is cute and all, but I don't know what to do with this. We could do the water build. It's been a while since I've done it. Could mess with that for a minute. What was the other one? There's Silo. Silo's the bigger one. What's the smaller one? The bilge. That's what it is. Bilge is the tight one. The bilge. We can mess with this one a bit. I feel like this one's got some potential. Yeah, dude, this is gonna be sick. Let's do this. While I'm brainstorming this, we can start thinking about the builds. I'm doing like 5 things at once here. Because we've worked this one out. I'm just replicating it and trying to make this a bit tighter. Because I think this is a lot like the smelting and stuff that we put in. Like, once we kind of have it solved, we kind of just slowly build it up as the wipe goes. By the way, early game smelting is going to be a thing, but it's going to be harder, by the way, with this new table. A little heads up for everybody. Early game smelting, even though it's like with the standard furnaces, it's still extremely useful. But look how buried this is now. I have to go down this chain here. Deet, 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 deet. And then, oops, I'm sorry, not that side. It's this side. Combiner, look, boom, 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 split. Furnace first. Then these. So the reason why they did this, so when you find it in the wild, you're going to want to take it back and research it, which is kind of hot, but I mean, dude, to get to this location is 475 scrap, dude. I mean, that's fine, but that's early game, brother. It's cool. At least we get this. Yeah, so when you find it in the wild, I get it. They kind of wanted to rearrange it because people would just kind of tech tree everything. We'll have it for a while longer, I'm pretty sure. Bro, when is the wipe on your console server? It's bi-weekly. It's next Thursday. All the wipe information is on the welcome screen when you join every time. And every time there's a new player that joins, there's also a message that reiterates that fact. For whatever reason, people don't really pay attention to it. Don't know why. Let's get our conveyor belt, shall we? Everything like shifts over one. The hopper's going to be nice. By the way, side note, I know we're branching off of 5 different conversations here, but let me throw this out here for a second so we have room for this. Okay, how we could, okay, so having a sealed industrial bunker is gross. The problem is passing it through. So couldn't we just technically do this? Am I completely out of my mind here? This is in the future, but it's something to think about because we're dirty. Couldn't you technically do something like this? Or even... It doesn't even need to be like a full size, right? We can just come around... Actually, let's do this. Kind of like a shooting window. Hold on. Like this. This. Break it, and then we go blow wall, right? Right. And maybe we can do even more to block this. But like, what if your input is just a freaking hopper? Because the hopper just needs a gap, right? Essentially. Let's go to the flamethrower. Let's make a box. Where's our large box? There's so much new stuff. There we go. So as you come in, obviously this would vacuum it up, and then you can send it into the rest of the base. Maybe this is higher, maybe it's lower, whatever. But like this could be your entrance to the, you know what I'm saying? Crazy, not crazy? I don't like that somebody can reach this, but I don't know. Using a hopper for entering your loot inside of, but I guess you could just make a pipe and have the same thing. I don't know, stuff to think about. We can make crazy weird gaps. We could even do something like this, right? Get the hopper behind something like that. There you go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. The hopper. Did I say furnace? I don't know. We're just spitballing here. Right? You can do all kinds of stuff to hide that there. You make this look like a normal base. You don't even know that's back there. By the way, everyone's going to use the hopper, and I'll tell you why. How many times have you been out there farming, doing your thing, and you're like, oh man, cargo ship's coming. I have all this farm on me. Oh wait, I want to go outside and handle this. If you have one of these hoppers chilling here, you just wreck yourself, and everything goes in the chest. And if you have a sort, then it just goes back in the base. You can respawn, grab your kit, and then go back outside. Disgusting. So, like, whatever your drop-off room is that has got windows in it, have one of these little guys in there. I have a feeling this will be a little bit down the road, but not too much further, because this does tie in quite heavily to the industrial. Anyway, something to think about. Weird angles. By the way, this still does work for us, and it works on PC, by the way. If you're trying to move a pipe through a wall, pro tip. I think we said this last time, but I think it's worth mentioning for the real ones in the stream. Right? You know what I'm saying? Alright, so you always have a hard time passing stuff through walls, pipes. Well, this still works. It doesn't work with the triangles. At least not an angle we found yet. If it's a straight wall and you keep it about in the middle of the wall and then you put a full-size roof, this works. Just saying. Just say it, dude. That's sick, right? Hot. And for us, this does work. Extreme corners still work for us. They'll patch it out eventually. But if you keep a tight corner like this and you're going up vertically, let's repeat, redundant. Extreme corners still work. So like the gap, let me just spray paint it so it's a bit easier to see it. So like if you were to take this and extend it all the way up, like this gap here straight up, as long as you keep the cable tight to the corner, even if you place things like ceiling tiles, they'll stick. They've patched it out of this, but we still have it. And knowing how they like miss certain things, I think it'll be like that for a while for us. So yeah, they fixed it here. So if you stick like a, I don't know, maybe they still have it here. I feel like this one comes back every now and then, but they're pretty tight on this one. So for us, if you keep it tight in the corner, this should work, but it's not going to work here. Yeah, see, they blocked it for this one. But it works for us. It works currently for us. But if that doesn't work, do the half wall with the full roof. That does work. So in this tight space here, if you go all the way up, it works for us. And then you can put like a ceiling tile in there. So you didn't know, now you do. You like that? Dirty pipes. This one's hot. I wish we could figure out a way to do the triangles because the wedge would be so money. But the way it handles like the bound box for this outer corner is very strange. It's not strange, it's just extra large. So like, you know, when you stick a triangle tile here, and if you stick one here, it's gonna procedurally generate like one in between. That's cool, that gets you a freebie. But the problem is this corner that it's creating here is very strange. Like it's not a tight triangle. The bound box for it is, I don't want to say sloppy, but it's extra chunk. So you can't do the same trick here as you can do with triangles. If somebody finds out a way, let me know. Okay, back to the super skanky module, the unrateable module. Boner! Anyways, let's spitball some stuff. Questions, comments. We can talk about builds we're currently doing. Bob, any kind of comments or questions on what we have been doing? Our base builds are about to change a lot. Like a lot. Oh yeah, you know what? Guys, let's not forget this, okay? Very basic of basic, but very important. Look, it's simple, but at least this is something you're going to be adding. Maybe not with the windows. You're like, Jade, what are you talking about? Trust me. Especially if the minis are real for the release. everyone's gonna fly a mini or steal one. This can easily go on top of any base. Is X-Gen coming this year? Yes, June. June 26th. That's what it looks like. Unless they're really blue balling us. Hold crouch, drive it in. And you can push it in. I think we'll have the push mechanic right away. I don't see why we wouldn't. If you really needed to. Just use a little bit of your food though. Hold crouch, drive on the ground. Ta-da! It will decay, but not nearly as fast as outside. Oh wait, is it the other way around with the minis? Yes, it decays faster indoors, but you want to keep it anyway, so. 750 scrap at the bandit camp. Unless they do the old version, which is where, the way horses spawn around the map, they would kind of spawn by roads. And then, it's going to make the minis pretty crazy. So people try to hoard them. Anyways, back to this. Take all these. Don't need this. What was I missing? Counter. I gave my base weight yesterday thinking I was wiping it. Says, I swear it used to be weekly. It changes every now and then. We're kind of testing out some stuff to see how stable it is. That's why I try to put it in the join message for new people and also on the welcome message. So that doesn't happen. So in the future, important stuff will be found there. Yeah, I wanted to see how stable the server is for a full 2-week cycle because we have such a busy server. And like before, like at 100 pop with a G-Portal server for console edition, it got unstable. So we had a hard time even running stuff for a month. So I wanted to see how stable it seemed to be okay for a week. So I wanted to see how stable it was for 2 weeks for bi-weekly. It seems to be running okay. Now, if they have new specs when these things come out, obviously I want to put it at max pop. But hopefully it's been corrected. Because it would be nice to have 80, or not 80, but 100 people on the server, damn it. And a branch. It does need to come out. It kind of sucks we have to wait like a whole nother month. Hopefully, they tell us more of like what's in it and what's happening with it, and they don't get all stingy with their communications. Here, let's cut it in half. Essentially, that's what we're doing. Up. Oh yeah, because this actually lives on a half wall, and then we repeat it twice. Yeah, maybe this is the time we kind of figure out the rest of that. Because I know before we were like, we don't necessarily have to do that. I was gonna say, did I even spawn that in? Yes, I did. They always say, they always say nothing. I know, and I know it sounds like we're being negative Nancy's, but yeah, that's. Well, I'm trying to call it out and leave like a paper trail, so hopefully other people know, because I think however they communicate for the communications manager to the suits, I don't know how well that communication is realistically, like as far as what's happening. So Another reason why we've been putting a lot of stuff out there is for paper trails, because I do know some of the students watch some of the videos sometimes. Not all the time. So hopefully it kind of casts a light on that. So all we want, the community wants, is a little bit of transparency and some consistency. That's it. We're not asking for much. And whoever needs to make that happen, that's why we're doing what we're doing. We just want to play the game, dude. I gotta get this down, because it's this, and then I think we go green. I'm trying to do it from memory. Green. Is that on the same level as green? And then we had another one that stages down a little bit. And maybe we adjust this a bit. I don't know. And then... yeah, because I feel like I make this more simple. Especially since, because we replicate this, I feel like we can squeeze more efficiency out of this somewhere. And then the other part of the circuit kind of goes down here. And then I think our conveyor goes here. Riding a little high. I don't think we need it quite that high. But essentially we copy this up here. We'll leave a little bit of room here for the extra circuit. Discord should be changed. Yeah, you know how I feel about the Discord. You know what's funny? Not to harp on this too long, but RazorTube was telling me how they tried to delete some of the messages that we already put out there. Another reason why we left a paper trail. Because, mark my words, give it another 3 months, and I think the same toxicity will be right back where it started, because there essentially was no response. They like, it's cool he did something now, but the problem is there's nobody maintaining it over time, so it's going to gradually go back to that toxicity again. And it's like, okay, you know, what's in place to stop that in the future? I don't think that's too out of the way to ask, since it's been 3 years of the same stuff. So hopefully that works out. Okay, so our main circuit is pretty much here. I'm trying to think of ways we can reorganize this. Let me just hook this back up so my memory kind of comes back. So I want to say this goes down and over for the first connection, which we keep gray or black or whatever color this is. I want to say that's black. It's not really gray. They say it's gray. It definitely looks black. Whatever. Cables are black. Let me think for a second. And I think we have this one connected. Is that right? Up and over. And then our last one goes to... oh, that's our sensor, isn't it? The one that goes outside. That's right. Seismic sensor. That's kind of a key part of this build, huh? Oops. We'll throw the ramp away because we don't need that right now. I don't need these. Seismic sensor. And hopefully, and they haven't said anything about this, but they did a long time ago. They haven't said anything for a while, so who knows where they stand on it now. But Rust Plus is possible. I don't think there'll be as much of a hang-up. I think it was possible before, but there were so many other things they were dealing with. Okay, imagine this for a second. We have Rust Plus, right? And I'm all over the place tonight. We have Rust Plus. We got a seismic sensor outside, okay? You're not logged in, okay? Somebody sets off your seismic sensor. You're connected. Your phone's connected to the server, so you're offline, right? And this is the biggest thing. You're offline. You're like, man, I signed up. Some guy's going to try to raid me. Seismic sensor picks up a legitimate raid, sends to your phone while you're signed off the game. Let's say you're not even home, okay? Sends a thing that says your base is getting raided. You go, oh, man, what am I going to do? I'm not home. Well, if you're on the Xbox, you can go to the xCloud on your phone. Now, you can use touchscreen controls. Not the best, but it's better than nothing. So let's say you forgot to close some doors or turn on some turrets. You can sign in with your console not even being on. Heck, you don't even need an Xbox, right? You don't even need the next generation Xbox, right? It'll run it on the cloud with their hardware. So you could sign into your server anywhere, fix the problem, or defend. I don't know how well you can defend with a touchscreen, but Some people play really well with it, or you could connect your controller if you had it with you, or another type of controller that's more portable, whatever. And you could defend the raid, or at least close doors. I think that's pretty sick, dude. You're like a family event or something, taking a dump. Yeah, I think at the very least, it'll keep people doing more online raids. It's way more fun that way. And the people that are playing solo won't get picked on as much, because a lot of these teabags wait for you to sign off and go, let's go raid them. He goes, the Lucky Duckman says, they ever tell you coming in advance or not? Never. Not one time. And then one time, they were like, hey, we're going to release information and give you a leg up on like a skin or something. Like, what was coming. Like, we didn't get any of that stuff for free. And I was like, okay, cool. And so, like, I had a video already ready, so I was going to work it in, whatever they're going to add. So I was waiting on them. And I was like, I'm just going to, you know what I mean? And then, literally, he releases it. And then he tells me and hands me the thing, and I'm like, "What? You know what I mean? That's not how early works. You give it to me ahead of time, and I release it. Not you post it first, and then you're like, here you go." It's like I don't need to know you to do that, right? That's what it's been in the past, which is kind of crazy. We give them all the benefit of the doubt for quite some time, but it's been 4 years, so we're like, all right, time to make some changes. Or not, you know, we got the next gen stuff coming out, so as long as they're consistent with the updates and this is a stable product, I think it doesn't really matter what they do. I think the devs are fine. I think the communication in the suits are lacking at times. You know. I had another one of the Discord mods make another account come in and talk trash. And I was like, wow, you made a whole nother account just to say something that nobody really knows what you're talking about. Like, I had to think for a second. I was like, man, that's oddly specific. And I thought for a second, I go, oh, this is one of the little toxic mods. Great. I'm like, deleted. Have fun making another account for the next 5 minutes. Wild that they let them run free like that. Okay, let's build. What's that, Obi-Vid? What about it? Did you drop one today? I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to look at anything really today on the internet. Did you play next gen? How's that? Do you have mods, free skins? Did you play the next gen? I did not know that. Oh wow, okay, let me take a look. I mean, it's ludicrous they didn't, like, reach out for any of that. Not only to me, but to the other content creators. Like, it's crazy I'm hearing about it like this. Like, how come Homeboy didn't hit us up and be like, hey, what about whatever? Help us amplify your message. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I don't mind that Obi got it. I think that's cool, but it's like, what is the community manager doing? Well, it looks like we know who signed the NDA, right? I don't know why they wouldn't share this with the other creators. That's ludicrous to me. I think it's cool that Obi got it and that we actually get to see it. I think that's great. Because it can help answer a lot of our questions by just watching it for sure. Like I'm skimming through it now. Hot air balloon, beautiful. Sweet. I'll have to check it out fully later. That's awesome. What monument do you think it is there for the Twitter? Oh, it's the Outpost. They just put a custom decal on that. Most likely. Yeah, like when they hook up Toxic with that. You know what I'm saying? Or any of the other Rust creators. Again, I think it's awesome that Obi got to do it and he's sharing it with everybody. I think that's awesome. Because it really does help us answer the questions. But like, if you're a community manager, why are you playing favorites with anybody? That's very strange. It's awesome that Obi posted it, because like, I'm going to go back and like check it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I didn't get any communication from Pedro about that at all. Here, I'll even double check. Isn't that crazy, though? It's like, dude, what? Yeah, the last thing I have is that I already took action on the Discord mods. I had to tell him about the Discord mods being toxic for a third time for 3 years running. And that's the last message I had from him. Nothing else. Isn't that crazy, dude? We deal with a lot of different companies, a lot of different studios. Some we have relationships with for a long time. Some where it's just brand new. Like Arc Raiders was brand new. What is it? Bohemian Interactive we worked with for a long time. Dude, even when the community managers are bogged down to the fullest, never have we ever had any kind of static like we have with this. Isn't that crazy? Dude, they'll bend over backwards, even when they're super busy. Super nice, super helpful. They're always like, you know, lending a helping hand, giving us the resources we need, the heads up when we need to. Never, ever with Rust Console Edition. Isn't that crazy? Even brand new things where we go into it, like Arc Raiders, we go in there, we get the assets we need right away. I was late to that, and that was the first time I communicated with them. Isn't that nuts, dude? I watched a little bit. I'll have to watch the whole thing later. It's awesome they posted it, because then we can like really see what's going on. I think that's awesome for Obi, dude. I'm glad you guys told me about it. I would have missed it. I just hadn't really checked into the internet stuff today. For whatever reason, I guess Pedro doesn't really like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? He clearly doesn't like me, but hey, he doesn't have to like me for us to get what we need. Right? That's cool though. I'm excited to check it out, dude. Oh yes, when it comes through, are we at incremental counter? Is it set to like 1 or 2? It does look good. It looks really smooth. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like, why didn't he tell Toxic or anybody else? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not Obi, but like the community manager. Do you know what I mean? Anybody else, even if it's not me. Like, I get it. Pedro doesn't like me, but like, why didn't he reach out to anybody else? That's crazy. Like, it's cool that he did with Obi, but like, when you're a community manager, because I have managed community managers in my professional career, and to amplify the message, that's exactly what you do. You send it to everybody who's making that content. I get it. For whatever reason, he doesn't like me, but like, why wouldn't you send it to the other people? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's weird, dude. Like, I get it, he doesn't like me, but like, why not Toxic or anybody else? You know, RazorTube or anybody. But I mean, when I think about it, that's kind of par for the course, right? I'm glad they at least he did it for somebody, so at least we could see it. I'm glad Obi got to play it. And I am definitely going to check it out and analyze it big time. It does, like, from what I saw already, it looks really smooth. I'm excited, dude. Yeah, I'm glad somebody got it. I'm glad Obi posted it, too. I'm really freaking glad. Because at least we can, like, you know what I mean? Because, like, we've been around the game for so long. Like, I can watch it and, like, pick some stuff out. But, yeah, from what I saw, it looks really clean. So you got no problem with the devs. I think the devs do great work. I think they hamstring. The community manager and the suits hamstring the devs pretty badly. Hey, if it's stable and we get it soon, I'm about it, dude. I'm about it. Breakdown video? Yeah, I like, cause there'll be like little things, cause we've been around for the development, not only for the console version, but like for the PC. So like I can start to point out like some of the things that are like in the environment. They're like, oh hey, there's this. Cause remember like the this. There's like cuts for terminals, right? Okay, so the screen. Well, it's gone now, but there was dirt patterns that basically showed the terminal. So the upper left is the terminal. If you turn off the objects, which are the terminal, you see that dirt pattern, and then you see a cut in the terrain. And that terrain cut is the elevator shaft for the terminals for the underground trains. So like those other two pictures on the right-hand side, if you cover up the cut, we have those dirt patterns on the donut map, which also shows that they're messing around with underground trains. So like that kind of stuff. Like we didn't see like the cut, and it was a weird dirt pattern, but I saw that and I went, oh my goodness, that's the train terminal. So stuff like that, as we watch it, we'll go, okay, cool. Maybe that's why they don't want us to get in there, right? Maybe we would find out too much, because dude, like when we first got custom servers, RazorTube and I have been around Rust on PC for a long time, so like we immediately went into the server and tried everything we could think of to get extra stuff to spawn. You know what I mean? To be like, what's in this game? So maybe that's why they kept us away from that. Maybe Pedro doesn't like. I think that's more likely he doesn't like me. But I don't know why he'd shut out everybody else, though. That's crazy. It would have been cool if they had all the creators server experience. Yeah, I know, right? Like they did it for like the custom servers. Why wouldn't they do it for this? And I get it. We've been making a lot of noise, so I get maybe why I'm off the list. But I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's just very strange. Like I said, I've managed plenty of community managers on a lot of different things, and that's odd. If one of my community managers was doing that, I'd be like, "Are you sick? Are you okay? Do you need help? What's going on?" Do you know what I mean? Like it's so baffling. Like it doesn't make any sense. I would be confused. Like blink twice if you need help, kind of thing. Like, are you okay? It's very odd behavior. Are you good? Do you need assistance? Do you have everything you need? Are you okay? Yeah, I don't know why he didn't reach out to Toxic. At least I mean, I think he would have told me. Toxic, or he at least would have released something by now. But that's crazy. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, that's out, and then the orange becomes. Yeah, because it seems like he's at least on good terms with Toxic. Very odd. Man, I thought I made good notes on my... I guess I didn't. I'm sitting there going, I don't know how I did this. It hasn't been that long since we did it either. I'm bad, dude. Incremental counter. Well, the good news is we're going to get super fast speeds now, and everything's possible, so... I do want to... Oh, I kind of want to skim the video just to see if there's a parachute. Does anybody know? Did anybody watch it fully? On the server in the video? They could have been employees. It's cool. Hey, if it's other creators, that's awesome. And again, I'm glad Obi posted it, because at least we get to, like, break it down, you know? And, like, see what's going on. Because that's what we needed, like, straight gameplay and, like, no cuts or whatever, so we can, like... Or long stretches of gameplay. Like, we can figure out a lot from that. Like, a lot. And it looks like he's walking across the map quite a bit. Like I said, I skimmed through it real fast. Yeah, DMV says, kind of blown away as to why they didn't give access to all major creators. Again, nothing against Obi. I think he's great. Pedro seems to glaze Obi hard. I think even Obi is a little taken back by that. I don't know. I don't know him. I can't speak for him. Right? Again, I think it's awesome that Obi did it. He got to be a part of it. But I think Pedro glazes him a lot for some reason. And it's not just me saying that. If the last time he's put something out there, he was saying something about Obi, and on Twitter, everybody goes, man, he really glazes this guy. And I was like, wow, okay, so it's not just me. There was a bunch of comments on that, and I was like, it's cool they're showcasing creators. And again, it's awesome that Obi got the shout-out and stuff, but I'm like, okay, give Obi the shout-out, but, like, there's other creators. Not just me, I get it, Pedro hates my guts. But, like, there's other creators in the space, like Toxic, or the Flexified guy, or, like, RazorTube, or like, anybody, right? It just seems like he always goes to him and says whatever. Which is, I mean, hey, I kind of figured if there was going to be any kind of, like, whatever, he would probably get it because Pedro seems to glaze him. But I'm like, hey, as a player and as us on the outside looking in, I'm glad. Because at least Obi got in there and got to show us what's going on. You know what I mean? That's more than we've seen or heard in the last 8 months. So I'm glad at least he's glazing somebody. You know what I mean? And I'm glad it's somebody who actually posts and, like, does, like, good videos and stuff. So, like, I'm glad it's Obi, but it is very odd behavior from a community manager. Says they probably wanted a select few to experience it. I mean, that's cool, but, like, who else? It would be crazy if we had to sign an NDA for that. Because even that this is cool and stuff, that NDA locks you down too hard. We wouldn't be able to talk about any of the stuff that's happened in the last 2 months if we did. And even if we were right, we couldn't speak on it. We couldn't apply pressure. Because they'd be like, oh, you already know the list, so how do you know you're not making that because you saw the list? So again, I'm glad Obi posted that. Like, out of all the people, I'm glad it's him. You know, because I got no quarrels with Obi. I think he's a good dude. I think he makes good content. I'm glad it's him. And it looks like he's from what I can gather from the video, because I'm kind of skimming through it, like he's doing a lot of stuff we would want to do. Like he's going around checking all the stuff, which again is the most we've seen in like 7-8 months from Double 11. So that's freaking awesome. They have performance or quality mode? Nice. Yeah, because it looks like he's kind of clicking through the stuff that we would want to see. Which is tight. Again, so glad. So glad it's him doing it. Isn't that funny though on Twitter? Somebody like made that comment. I was like, ooh, I wouldn't say that, but now that you mention it. I'm looking at my my notes. What the heck did I do? I have to rethink my circuit again. So, okay, yeah, there's an activator out here, and then there's another operator that connects the two. So the control, and then this is the operator for the whole set. Okay, I got it. We're back. I mean, I hope you're right, Christopher. I have a feeling because we've been making the most noise, he positively will leave me out because this is his way of sticking it to me for some reason. That's just the gist I'm getting from the conversations we've had. The very few conversations we've had. Hey, as long as we get it free and we get a quality product, I will eat shit gladly for everybody else, you know what I'm saying? This shit sandwich is delicious. Hey, we got a free upgrades. I think that's freaking tight. That's a freaking win for the player base, dude. It would have been real shitty if we had to pay for it. I would have, but it would have been shit if we had to pay for it again. So I'm super glad we didn't have to. Where's my piece that comes off? Is this the pass-through? No, the pass-through goes to the timer. Pass-through goes to the timer. I gotta label this better, dude. I'm struggling. It goes into the unit and then it copies back out. Yeah, it's pass-through. Okay, that's why I was doing it. Man, I didn't mean to connect that. This is supposed to be the pass-through off of this. Pass-through. Bingo. Hey, it's good. I'm so glad he's like... It looks like he's analyzing that one side and he's like trying all the different stuff. The menu looks snappy. I'm excited for it. It sucks we have to wait a month, but... Yeah, it looks real good. Yeah, see, Obi knows how to like capture the videos and like do the edits and stuff. So like he's got the stuff we're looking for. Yeah, everything looks a lot sharper, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, see, he's clicking through it, dude. He wants to see what's new. Perfect. He's clicking all the stuff we would. Perfect. Yeah, it looks good. Does anybody know? Did he have a parachute at all? Does he know? Was there like a crafting list? Yeah, I don't have time to watch it on stream. I'll watch it later. Nice, he got to the friggin' oil rig on the... Yeah, dude. Sick. Parachutes are in it? Yeah, Jade, thanks, dude. Does he go to the outpost and look at any of the vending machines? Do you know if there's a SAM site for sale there? He says Scrappies. Oh? Like the big Scrappy? Like this guy? There's Scrappies, there's minis. Oh! He right. I see the Scrappy now. When he talks to the guy... Hang on, I'm right there. When he's talking to him. Ooh, buddy. Does he look... Is there, does he look at the level 1 workbench? Can you see if there's car parts? Oh yeah, he's looking through the tree. Perfect. Our level 1 consolidated. Okay, good dude. Nice. Oh, nice. See, yeah. See, Obi knows what's up. He's shooting to see what the recoil pattern is. Yeah, he's testing all the stuff we want to know. That's a good player to have test it, though. Yeah, he's trying everything we could think of. Nice. Well, we need to get our helicopter stuff ready. Perfect. Same site, top of launch? Okay, so SAM sites are for realsies. Well, I would think so because of the scrappy and stuff. Aye, aye, aye. Okay, pass through. Power in comes from... I want to say we had that set to 6. 2 on that side. Wait, does it have to be 2? No, it doesn't. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this one is 6, isn't it? I made notes on that. That's pretty sick. No carts in the tech tree? Okay, so helicopters, parachutes, hot air balloons. Confirmed. Yeah, because the tech 1 tree... If you don't see any electronics, and I think I saw water stuff in electronics, so we don't have the engineering table yet. That's one thing. If you don't see to the right of... I'm sorry, it's on the level 2, isn't it? Level 2 has the car parts, I think. Yeah, you know what? That doesn't have to be 6. That could just be 2. Right? Right. 1. And then 2, that's just the signal, and then this one shuts it off. Okay, yeah. This one is our signal to shut it off. Off is here. Okay. That should be enough. That's 1, 2. Okay, if that doesn't work, we'll come back to it. Ayah! Probably had car parts a little later. Hey, minis is like the best news ever. Sensor. Let's put it a little further out so we can test with it. Let's do like 3 squares or something. Yeah, we'll do 4. I don't want to hit the circuit. 4 and then a triangle. Perfect. What's up? I'm the crash test dummy on my team, so they'll have me crash test all of them. Tell me we ain't trusting you to drive it. Don't feel bad, dude. Everybody crashes it the first time. And the second time. It's all good. That's funny, though. Oh, you can only buy scrap? Just the scrappy? The scrappy is still nice. It gives us a verticality. It's 1,225 scrap to buy. We had minis first, and then the scrappy came separate, so... No mini option? Interesting. Hey, at least we got the verticality. We have hot air balloons and stuff. That's hot. And scrappies. Thanks for the heads up, Jaden. You know what's up. Yeah, baby. Okay, when the sensor comes in... That's the reset that happens, right? My brain's shutting down. Oh, it comes to the activator. This is the activator. Okay. Which is yellow. Right, because we need to send the signal multiple times. All the way through. Thanks for the heads up, boys. Not only for the video, but some of the options that they got in the... So, solid. And then our blue crosses over it. That's right. Okay. Hi, what's up, Ryan? What up, baby? And then the other one goes to our counter on the outside of the... Yes. Can I player ally? What? Is the update live for everyone? Negative. Negative. Looks like June 26th is going to be the date. And from our comms, it comes on the other side. Okay. That's a pretty tight loop. Then we have our power unit sit on the side. We can scrunch this together better, but it gives us a pretty good idea how we want to do it on this side. Can we squeeze it in on this? Yeah, probably. Can we do it like that? Yes. It's a little goofy. Here, let's just make this out wall. We're not have to make it a door. We're admins. We can do whatever we want. Nah, here, Jaden. Yeah, you mentioned it. Let's just go over there and check it out. No, it should. We should see the option for all of them. Good looking out, though, boys. Where is our bandit camp? Where is she? Why are you running? There's bandit camp. Ta-da! Go to the green. Now you should see a list. You say you want to buy something, and then as you go through the menus, you see the option for both of them. It's curious they didn't add this smaller one, but I would imagine they'll probably add the attack, the homing rocket, and the mini copter probably all in one shot then. They will be in the future. That's good news, dude. I'm so glad Obi posted that gameplay, dude. It's telling us so much. Here's what it looks like. Welcome to Airwolf. Like to buy an aircraft? We should see the option for these two here. Actually, 3. Mini, transport, and attack helicopter. Oh, 4, because hot air balloon. Ooh, question. Is hot air balloon in that list? Because if it's not, that means they spawn randomly on the map. Which kind of puts us in a weird state as far as what version they're putting in. Good looking out though, boys. Good intel. Transport 1,250 scrap. Whoop. I'm not sure how much the tech kilo is. Isn't it like 1,000 something? Oh my goodness, 2,250. Jeez. Jeez. That's so much money. Hot air balloon? 250. Mini 750. Yep. Yeah, so most likely whatever version they're playing there is going to be the one that's being submitted and then certified. I don't think there'll be much change between now and the release. For the one that we have, I'm sure they're adding more and they're doing a lot, but that we're not going to see probably any more until release and afterwards, which is totally fine. I think that's awesome. Yeah, dude, Obi knew. He's been waiting for this stuff too. He knew. He was testing all the stuff we were thinking about. He did the patterns. He tested the vendor. It's perfect, dude. He knows. He knows what's up. I'm glad it was him, dude. He went in and, like, laser beamed to the stuff we were looking for. Perfect. He tested the settings, the recoil, the ships, the flying, going out to the rig, coming back. He knew where to push it. That's awesome. Well, I gotta tell Obi officially, be like, we owe you a sloppy wet kiss. Sloppy wet kiss. That's freaking dope. I'm excited, dude. Can't come fast enough. Know what I'm saying? Baby! So when it's on, we have it shoot back over. I'm checking my my list here, my notes. We should set up the crazy boxes in the center too. Let me do that. Olay! Okay, let's get some tiny boxes and get this thing situated. Well, now we know we need anti-air stuff. SAM sites. Hot. Freaking hot. I like how he went through the tech tree too. Dude, he knew it was up. He was looking. Any servers on next gen going to be bigger? They will be in the future. I think I already answered that, but just in case I didn't. I think they said initially it's not going to, but they plan on making them larger and having higher pops, which is also really good news. Fanchissimo! Was I gonna grab? I just stroked out for a second. I was thinking about the circuit. We got that power. Oh, yeah. Small box. We're gonna test the passes. And we went yellow, green, red? This will be blue, I guess. Green? Yeah! And then blue. Not yellow. Yellow's too light. Wait, we got blue. Great. Green. Red? Red. Jeez. Here, why is it blue staggered right there? Why'd that happen? There you go. Oh. Kinda forgot we could do that. Red, please. Nice. Okay, red side, blue side. Okay, red. Are we on right now? Yes, we are. Okay, perfect. We'll take it from the butt cheeks and go right over. Perfect. Green will be the same. Okay. Oh. Green, please. Perfect. Well. I mean, Scrappy and balloons before cars is crazy, but I'm excited. It is crazy, but hey, at least we know. Okay, we'll put the little test unit, I think, in front. Need a little bit of space off this little guy. Yeah, we'll set it like in between these two and set on that square. That seems pretty good. Perfect. Then let's put our little connector on the front, our storage adapter. Yeah, dude, this is so exciting. He was going through. I almost want to keep scanning that video again. I'm so glad he checked like the tech tree and stuff too. Oh, looks like we have the armor for the hot air balloon too. Heck yeah, dude. There's a tax on there? Yeah, he went through the tech tree. What a good dude. I don't see the tax yet. Oh, we do have the homing missile launcher. Okay, okay, that's good. It's at the bottom. Okay, so we most likely have SAM sites as well. Yeah, I showed the rest of the tech tree. Okay, so it doesn't look like any car parts. The homing missile with just a hot air balloon and a Scrappy is crazy. Although having the Scrappy and the homing makes sense, but dude, if you're in a hot air balloon, you're screwed, dude. Parachute's hot. Hey, we got the verticality we wanted. That's dope. Yeah, let's get stupid. Okay, so we're gonna go split. Yeah. outputs. We could just make it really wide. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter if we have it like this. It's better for illustration purposes anyway, I think. And then our input comes from here, and then that goes out to the rest. Or we should just feed it like this then. Okay, so she's going to be here on this right square, feeding out. Hi, Bo. Homing missile confirmed. The cars, we'd see the car parts in the tech tree. Yeah, see, Obi was checking all the stuff, which is dope. It's like he can read my mind. I'm sitting there going, check the tech tree, and he stopped on the stuff. I was like, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, he's the perfect guy to check it out. If we're only going to get one person, he was the guy. Pretty polished version. He seems he's playing. Yeah, it does. It seems clean. That's what I'm saying. DMV's right. I mean, they pretty much dropped us a giant clue. It looks like June 26th. I think whatever version they have submitted now is probably going to pass. Even if it bounces, 26 gives them enough time to make an adjustment, tweaks, fixes, probably a couple times over, and then resubmit it. So it looks like they'll ramp up their marketing efforts as such, or they should. That's typically how that goes. That's all good news for us, man. We got to see like what's coming. Bet it would be hot. Well, I mean, does that mean technically we're right? Because some people are playing it right now, so that is kind of a beta. Just saying. Putting that out there. Oh, why did it line up like that? I'm so stupid. Why did I do that? I'm trying to make like a sample for this so we can like come back to it a bunch and tweak it. So I can save this out and we can like refer to it later. So I know I'm taking a while on this one, but I promise it'll make sense later. Yeah, I'm excited. Now I want this thing to come. Ooh, get this. For anybody that was also excited for Arc Raiders, which I think is everybody who played it. Honestly, I don't think anybody who played it gave it a bad review. I don't think one person did. It was such a good game. It looks like something's going to happen with them on June 6th. Could be an announcement, could be a shadow drop, could be a beta. Honestly, that game felt really polished too. So, and then we have the Dune game coming soon. Brother, June's shaping up to be a crazy month. Isn't it? I like it. It's nothing but good news for us, man. Players win. And we have enough stuff to keep us busy until GTA 6 comes out next year. When server wipes or what? Do you see OBS? Yeah, we're talking about it now. What's up, Nick? Break from the roadcraft? Oh, we're doing it later. I know, I saw that, Lotto. Yeah, we've been talking about it. Clearly Pedro hates everybody else. At the very least, Pedro hates me because I didn't even get a communication from him. We found out through his video, Obi's video. So, yeah. I mean, I had a feeling that Pedro didn't like me very much, but that confirms it. But from what I can gather, other creators didn't get any heads up either. Hey, I'm just glad we get to see it. I'll double check with Toxic. He would have told me though. I'm gonna double check with him. We pretty much pass info when we get it. The J Monkey server is gonna. It's on the opening message. Not this week. It's next week. You don't need to spam the chat, brother. Okay, I'm gonna put you in timeout. We just answered your question. You don't need it. This isn't Twitch, my guy. You don't have to spam it 52 times. We got you, brother. Yeah, it looks like the date's gonna be the 26th because Pedro's liking it and stuff for Toxic on the thing. So. YouTube streams are better anyways. He says I prefer over Twitch. Twitch is a niche site, but it does do well. But what do they call it? A boutique site is the way I've heard it described. Boutique? Booty? All right. Yeah. Well, Twitch finally figured out that they have to do ads to just kind of stay in business. It's crazy. They get the AWS stuff, and now they owned by Amazon, and they still can't make it work. That's crazy. Oh, nice. Sorry, MBeast or whatever. Not all caps. That was just my automatic system. You should be good. Building animations. Booty! That is the splitter. I'm kind of mad I got tired last night because I wanted to keep playing Roadcraft, but I was like, dude, I'm exhausted. I don't think I did red twice. I didn't. Red needs to go back over here. And then I think that covers it. As confusing as that looks. That's it. So at any given moment, they can pass to each other. I'm making an anti-raid module, which does work, and it's dirty, but this is like our test area for it, because I kind of want to clean it up a bit. So this is the pass-through. These squares represent a base. We have green base, red base, and blue base. So when it detects a raid, and a dangerous raid, not just somebody throwing grenades at your wall, but a threatening raid to the base, right? The right amount of explosives. It will then take all of the valuable loot and move it from here and then put it into the other two bases. And you can't trick it. So if you start raiding this base and then you switch to this one, this will be the more dangerous base, and then pass all the loot this way. And if you raid all three of them, it just takes the loot and passes it around. So you have to spend the money to raid 3 bases fully to get anything of value. Boing! Does anybody know the benefits are for upgrading versions? Graphics, more content. They're going to support it. It's free, so. Came back for watching Obi's video. It says, love that we're also getting homing missiles. Yeah, dude. It's hot. Good news. We finally know. I guess in theory, if we had something that was the low tier anyways, we'd set off the other one. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, do we need the extra 2? Maybe not. Maybe not. Does it line up with the list? No. The harbor's not in there. Some of it, yes. Which I kind of go back to, like, I think whoever did leak the list added some stuff and shuffled some things around in hopes that they could sanitize who it came from. So upgrading the base versions to a higher tier. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yes. It'll give you raid protection. Yes, sir. It's exciting. We're getting the new stuff. Now we just have to wait. Boo! I hate waiting. So glad we finally know. Not only the date, but pretty much what's in it. This is a signal from the other side. We'll use that on the, not the switch, but the timer. And we'll stick our conveyor in here. I feel like we could clean this up so much better. I'm looking forward to travel methods without getting stuck in a tiny bush with a horse. Yes. Yes. You are right. You're so right. That will be nice. Yeah. I mean, the horses are nice. At least we have something for transportation, but I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's, getting stuck on a horse hurts my feelings. Badly. This is the clear mechanism. I think it's organized well enough for logical, although we can make it more compact, but it's not going to make a lot of sense when we do it. Which I fear. Oh, no, no, no. That doesn't come... Does that come off the side? Yes, it does. Yes, yes. That's the set. Yes, 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 yes. Set is after the condition for the counter is met. This is counter 2, this is counter 1. Or 2 ticks on that counter. Or getting knocked off by a tree branch while on the horse. Yeah, or your boyfriend gets knocked off while you're riding away, and then he gets smoked. You're like, I can't save you. I can't save you. So what you're saying is we need to play more roadcraft and get through the missions before this all starts. Check. Check. Message received. Oh yeah, this guy needs to go down more, because this is the controller for that piece, and I'd prefer to have that up there. Okay, okay, okay. Let's push these up. This is, I needed to just kind of walk through this circuit a bunch. So it's a bit more, what's the word? Natural. I like natural. Naturals? Well, who was saying that? Was that Jade who said he like girls that are top heavy? Was that Jade or wasn't it? That's funny. I mean, who doesn't? And then, I don't know on this stream, maybe on this stream, we'll test this out on like a build server or something. Just to make sure there's no hiccups or weirdness in between the versions. There shouldn't be. We've tested this in other ways, but, you know, we've had like minor updates and stuff. It would be cool if we could load up the new version and try it, but in due time. In due time. I'm so excited we got at least a Scrappy. Parachute alone is such a win. The bro's gonna be busy with new games, he says. Better roadcraft way you can. Yeah, and then we got Dune coming in. Awakening on the front. Is it the 5th of June? When is it? Then I don't know if you know Arc Raiders. Something's happening on June 6th. There's a lot of cool stuff happening in June, dude. I think it's the 5th. I don't know. This coming 2 weeks. I have to show self-control and not buy roadcraft at the moment. Not enough hours in a day. Brother, it is good. You should buy it. You should buy it, B. You should buy it. Friend got knocked off a horse by a road sign while on a double saddle. I've never seen it again since. Dude, remember when the kill box was killing us real easy? If you walked under the transformers, you get your head lopped off. That happened to me a couple times on stream. Hurt my feelings, dude. I was like, what is this? I promise this is gonna make sense. I promise. Soon enough. So I'm thinking, if you can detect the lower version, it would trigger the higher version anyways. Right? Because the high stuff is going to trigger the low stuff anyway. So do we just need one circuit? It would save on cost, because this costs about 2,200 metal. Kind of a lot. Per wall. Oh yeah, the new gen console is going to be full. Yeah, 100%. Make a video soon? On the Arc Raider stuff? Soon. I did stuff on the Rust stuff earlier about the date. That was earlier today. I gotta stop looking at my cheat sheet. I gotta remember how to do this myself. Not looking at my notes. This is the off. Yes, goes to the off switch. This makes it hot. And our conveyor becomes our control point. Yes, our pass-through goes to the switch. Our switch needs to be set to 1. Timer, rather. And then I want to follow the logic of it so I can... my brain doesn't completely shut down. It's okay. We're going to save out this version so we can like use this later. So we can like take it apart if we need to, make adjustments, whatever. Okay, that's for this side. So we'll just run along the edge here. How far along did you get? Nicholas! I'll be honest, I wanted to keep going so we can stay at the same pace. I got so tired. I bushed out, dude. I'm a pussy. This one passes to our guy here. This does our switch. I think this one has to have a bit more power than normal, if I'm not mistaken. No, wait, no. 1, 2. Yeah, either condition. So this is 1, and then this becomes the 2. And these are just set conditions. Okay, so 2 is fine off of that, then. Remainder comes off the top, so we don't have to set any crazy switches. I think our main power relay has to have something. Honestly, if we can cut this in half, it wouldn't be that bad. So I'm trying to think. If the high stuff can detect... yeah, pretty much 2 of anything will trigger it then. Just working on the antenna relay station. I have one left. I forgot... Did you get the climbing gear already? I have not. That's the one I was kind of on. I was so mad I got tired, though. Don't you hate that? Where, like, or you fall asleep before you get the game. It didn't happen last night. Fortunately, I got to play, but... Don't you just hate that? Where you're like, damn, I missed my gaming session. I think I set this one to 1, too, right? Don't pick that up. I'm trying to think for a second. So... okay, so I'm thinking low tier stuff. So, like bullets. This is why we separate it, because the bullets, it'll take a couple rounds of Explo rounds to trigger this, because you don't want somebody just to like set it up by shooting 1 bullet over here and there. So that's why we have 2. Maybe we can condense it. I think we probably can if we kind of take the logic. We're counting 2 separate conditions. One is the low-end explosives, satchels. I think Explo rounds count as the low-tier stuff. Yeah, and then even homing rockets. The heavy stuff is real rockets and C4. So the top's going to count C4, heavy raids, and this is going to count everything else. Satchels, Explo rounds, homing rocket. I think homing rockets are well under. So even homing rockets shouldn't set this off. And even if it does, it should have enough timer on it. So we should be good. Okay. Very good. Okay, what are we on? Blue? Is this blue out here? Oh, we just posted a video of gameplay at New Gen Rest. Yes, dude, so glad. We got to see the new stuff. Isn't that hot? Honestly, that's the best thing that's happened to us in a long time because we kind of know what's in it now. And he touched all the stuff we were looking for, which is freaking tight. He went through the tech tree, he tested the cluster, he checked the vendor. It's freaking, now we know, dude. Freaking dope. Okay, so heavy condition, light condition. So this is the heavy side. I don't know how we're going to mark this out here. Heavies would be heavies. And then lighter would be... can we use like a different color maybe? Purple and... Okay, that's the hot side. Okay, I messed up. He knows who? Glord? Who's that? Oh, he's saying in response to that. Okay. I thought you were talking about... Okay, yeah. No, that's good stuff. Okay, heavy detector and then the light detector. These are different colors. Okay. Not that it matters, but you kind of want to stick these in the same spot. And this will be... We have to set this to like 10? And 10. We don't want it too close to the main test area. Perfect. So this is the... So the cool side would be this, right? Right. Where's a good place to put it? Maybe here? And the heavy side is yellow, which is this. Get closer. Squirt. Yeah, dude, the spray can is hot. I wish we'd have it on console. I hope we do, but from the sounds of it, maybe we won't. I hope we do. Although people would draw dicks and crazy stuff, so... I know I would draw a dick, for sure. I mean, who can't put pen to paper and not draw a penis? Let's be real. Let's be real. Oh no, our main off condition comes from our controller, not this. That's right. Oh, so we don't even need this extra piece then, do we? Our main controller here is what... Okay, these cool colors are the ones that control it. Yes. So this comes from here to here, and this is the condition for this. Oops, we need to make that blue. Perfect, and then we do light blue because it's obnoxious. I love obnoxious. It's my favorite. And this is our condition for this guy here. Blues here control the restarts from everything, because when this one goes to its end condition, it needs to tell this one about it, and vice versa. Toxic said he didn't have a heads up either. I said either way, I'm glad Kobe. Jeez, I can't read, dude. I can't. Okay, hang on. I can't type either. I said either way, glad Obi posted and tested this, all the stuff that we wanted to know. I said I owe him a sloppy wet kiss at least. At least he can claim it. One free sloppy kiss. Expires never. Yes. It's an anti-hack no clip. What? Wouldn't what's that crossed over? Even if I crossed over, why would that? What would the hell? Even if I'm standing here, I'm not clipping into anything. What? I think it's to stop crazy placements from base builds. It's probably my guess. Always a smiley or angry doodle face myself. It's easier. Yeah, but then right after that's a penis. Whenever anybody asks me to draw something for them, I always sneak a picture of a flaccid Weecho somewhere on there. I'm like, there you go. That's how you know I did it for you. Am I a nice guy? Here's a picture of a pickle. When my mom asked me to sign a card or something, put a little flaccid penis on there somewhere. So the first thing, whenever I have to sign something, is, okay, don't put a dick on it. I'm like, I can't promise. It can't be for certain if there's going to be one that appears. It's like, you kind of have to wait and see. I love that more if they give us building skins. Building skins would be tight. They did say they're going to do some. I just don't know what the licensing is for. Like, are we going to get the ones that they have? At least, I'd love to see. There's 2 skins that I feel are a must, right? Something along these lines. And I don't think they can copy them outright. Shipping container, which, by the way, comes in all these flavors. And something like this. I love this one the best. The brick is great. And then these little procedural like corners and stuff that come off the top look so tight. See what I mean? Pretty dope. The brick is a must. The shipping containers would be great. I don't know. See, they can do something like this, but I don't know how they'll copy the shipping containers without making it look almost exactly the same. You know what's really cool? Check this out. On this, this procedural texture bleeds into other textures, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, so the Brutalist, the roof tiles will procedurally generate, like, waterware or algae. Okay, so this is a normal one, right? So we do something like Adobe. I like Adobe Rooftop. I think it looks real sharp. Brick. Also nice. We don't have that extra procedural trim everywhere, which also makes for some interesting building. I hope we have those kind of mechanics. Brutalist. See how I just made it grungy? Isn't that sweet? Watch, I'll switch this. To stone? Oh, wait, we're on stone. Oh, it doesn't do it for Adobe. What? Wow, I didn't know that. It should work on brick. No, it doesn't do it for brick either. What about jungle tile? Does it only do it for stone? Does it on Brutalist too? Wow, it's sensitive to the... Yeah, isn't that cool? So if I take this off the top, that little like, see how that just went away? Pretty sick. Little details like that, dude. You're just like, man, I love Face Punch. They're so dope. There's a reason why when people get hired there, they don't quit because they love what they're doing. Yeah, scrap helis are nice, dude. What's up, Faded? Yeah, we found out, dude. We got to find out a lot of stuff from that video. Big ups for the community, dude. Giant wins. I'm going to have a dirty Costco hot dog later, and I am excited about it. Did I take this build too far, Nick? Nicholas! Is this too much? Not enough. Okay, the power relay and also the logic to control all of these. I wonder if we should just whittle it down to one. What would that look like for us? We need ors and ands, right? I don't think I have any ors. I have an and. No ors. And to my knowledge, I don't think somebody has put this in a functional base. I've seen concepts. Can we fit it over here? We could squeeze these in a bit more. Yeah, we'll leave it over here separate. We'll do it on the next one because we're going to have to build this like 50,000 times anyways. What's up? Nick says, I built over 10 Costco's in the community servers. Says with food courts. He says, nah, I've seen worse. It's double 11, even if it's a headache. It's doable. Sorry, even if it's a headache. I love it. I was like, wait a minute, aren't you a PI? Oh, on server. Got it. Two ands and an or. Two ors and two ands. Then our main controller, which comes back around, which is the red side. This one comes up to the main circuit. This is basically the logic tree, and it comes all the way up. Parachutes and big heli. Nice. Oh, we know. It's good. It's good news. And then I think we bent the rest around the corner. That's for the other relay switch to communicate to other bases, which we may not need. If you keep adding it, it might be too much. But it still looks good for now. Oh, this is on each base. Remember, this module is for the blue base. We're doing the same thing for green and red. Okay, so our conditions from each of these states come off of this. So when this is done passing, its contents, it comes here to tell the logic tree what's up. And then when this one's done, which means filter failure, it's up and over. Those are the ands, and this amplifies the and. That's where these come from. We'll leave the last circuit. Oh yeah, we parted it this way. Okay, so it kind of goes this, then went out here. Where's this bottom piece? Whoopsie poopsie. This one is, this is basically the and power boost. Yeah. And this comes from the communicator. So this guy can also be like a trip switch for this other side. So you can actually add the communication later if you want to. I do like that. So this power terminal and then this one here can be for the wireless communication. You say you're gonna make my head hurt with this giant ass circuit board. It's beautiful. I think this one turns to 6 power, if I'm not mistaken. And this one comes here and tells the other ones to shut off. Oh. So when this fails, it goes through and puts the comms out. Perfect. I think that's it. We could condense it. I like having it in logical conditions. So you split this in half and you basically replicate this whole thing up here. And then put those on the outside. This is meant to be scrunched into this. We could separate it on the other one, or crunch them together. These essentially will dump anything that's inside of the box. Beautiful. It does look good though, not gonna lie. Thanks. So this is where you select what would you like to be moved. So in this case it would be boom, GP, that kind of stuff. And this one ships it out to the other locations. Could just replicate it off the pipes here. I love you, Jade, and your videos, man. Thanks, dude. I love you. I love how much hard work and blood they put into it. They just deserve a lot of support and love. Yeah. This is brother gameplay sick. I can't wait. I know, dude. I'm pumped. Pumped. You think with all this hype they would add a new location, but besides that, everything else looks sick. Yeah, but they tempered it. They let us know that they have like a certain level of stuff, and then they're gonna add to it, which is good. If this is stable and it looks like it is, I think we're all gonna be in a good place. I'm so glad we got to see gameplay. So glad. So this is the logic saying when these fail, it goes through and tells all the other ones to shut off. It shuts this off and it shuts this off, even if these aren't on. This is the main power unit. And we could just get the battery set up here to make it more realistic. I think I should make a complicated version of this and then a less complicated version. Your thoughts? Anybody? Everyone's like, this is the worst. I think this version would be the more complicated version for sure. I think this one can only take 200 max, if I'm not mistaken. Maximum input's 200. It's 4 times its original. Yeah. So actually the third one is unnecessary, isn't it? Yes, it is. You know what? Let's not use a normal switch. Let's use the fancy one. Because why not? Pretty much that's the only kind of switch I like to use. It's the best. Each base has its own independent power. Which means if one base gets fully attacked, you can't really trick the system. So even if somebody sees the video, you can't, you're like, oh, well, I'm screwed. Yes, you are. Do you guys see this crab beat? Yes. Oh, they gave us a little extra bonus gift. That would be sick, but I think Obi was pretty thorough when he went through, so I think that's what we're going to get. That's what I'm setting my expectation at now. Yes. Let's put another box over here. Actually, we could simulate a large box, right? Can't we? Max? take some rust coins at least. Yeah. Very nice. Take that. Oops, I have it flipped. Up. We should probably stick it out. I mean, we could jam. Yeah, let's leave it out here for now. We got the room. Why not? Feels pretty good. All right, let's make it blue. This is the incoming. Maybe we should move the box over because this is incoming, right? Right. And this, yeah, this is more realistic for storage. Hold on a second. Maybe we stick it right here. Let's make it a small box because it's just gonna get in the way. Large box. Hang on, let me check my notes again. Oh. Yeah, I think the best way to maybe put this is here, maybe? Our flow comes in from the outside split. Right? I know, right, Aiden? It's crazy, right? It's pretty sweet. Well, we were punked before, but now we're punked out of our minds. A little scared to hit that one. Okay. I just want this nice and open so we can kind of see how all of this is working here. Now right there, put this one here, put our combiner here. There we go. That's what I meant. I was like, why is that not connecting? That's so crazy. Okay, blue. This is a splitter. So it can take anything from this container and it will operate as such. Then it should hit our other piece that sits out here. Oh, yeah, it hits the combiner one time and then Bro, new gen gameplay looks so good, but I'm gutted about that there's not being any new monuments. Yeah, but it won't be long until we get the new stuff. Coming out for the PS5. Edward Jones, I posted a video today, June 26th. Man, I really just want to sit on that lip, does it? Should we make like a... Okay, Nick, what about now? Too crazy? Alright, that's one module. This is where all the good stuff is? Blue module, complete. I just want cargo to dock. Wait, what? I just want cargo to dock? Oh, yeah, okay, yes, at the harbor. Let's just do like something big and ridiculous that one stacks. So like Chippy. Okay, and then something else valuable would be one, two, three, four, and then concrete. Yes, Heather. Oh, yes. Very exciting. Yeah, yeah, it is surprising to see scrap before cars, but yeah, either way you cut it, it's good news for us. Now it's like, now we just want it. $10 metries. Says, but after dead-sized motorcycles, I'm ready for air vehicles. Yeah, 100%. I agree. We change these both to brick, I believe. Did add an extra wall here. Yes. Forgot this one. At least before cars on PC. Yeah, actually the Mini was first. Scrappy came on its own update. Said it's at the end of June. Yeah, but let's be honest, the Dune Awakening's coming. So we'll be checking that out. So it's kind of good because nothing sucks worse than a bunch of games you want to play dropping at the same time. Because then you're like, oh damn, what do I do? I go on holiday the 2nd of July, so I literally am going to do all-nighters. Perfect! I think everybody's ready, dude. Exciting. Good news. What our fancy guy switch over here? Beep boop, beep boop. Where is this fancy guy switch? There you are. Copy. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Having to pick and choose what to play when they all release at the same time. So there's only so much time in a day. Yes. Plus, a lot of these games are very time-consuming, as you know. Look how much time Roadcraft takes. I know, right? I like it. Yeah, I know I want to do Deadside tonight and some Roadcraft, so I'm like, I fear if I do Roadcraft before Deadside tonight, I might just do a lot of Roadcraft and no Deadside. You know what I mean? It's like, do you like tits and ass? Well, here's both. Good luck. Says Obi, can you fly Scrappy to show speed? I mean, I think he did, right? From what I could gather. I could only skim through it because we're live. I'm going to be checking it thoroughly later. And this comes out here and around. Beep, boop, 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 beep. I can see I wanted to do this on PC to do all the testing. Oh yes, Reese. Oh yes. Very exciting. And we know that it's in June 26th. The player base wins again. And it's free, that's so tight. I'm glad it wasn't too much further after May. You know? We've set it in here, I believe, like this. This guy like this. Give or take. Now we have a separate circuit in the middle to kind of show how this works, but we can take this little weird octagon or hexagon out of the middle when we're done here. Hexagon? Is that hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, it is. Kind of. A sloppy hexagon. So this comes as the feed to the other bases. This is the output here. So blue would go off to green and then red. We just erase these now. No, we'll leave them up and we'll save it and then we'll erase it. The water sun is so peaceful. Good build spot. Oh, you like that? A little wet slapping all over the place? You want some loud music? Check. What's next? I don't even know. Oh yeah. What's up, baby? Well, just get the notification for the new gen day drop video. From you, it says LOL lateness. Yeah, YouTube's like that, right? Yes. That's crazy. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. My stream machine took a dump. Not sure if what's going on there. Okay, we get. I was like, why is this machine doing that? And I was like, oh, it crashed. Stream machine took a dump. We're in the mix. We're building. I think we really got this one tight. We could almost like, if we drop this and then use this as like the connecting piece and get close, then we can kind of use this spacing off the top of this to kind of set these. I think that's going to be the way to go. Because it keeps it nice and tight. Like, look how much room we have. Run it back. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because then if we kind of put the edge of this at the top of here and the edge of this at the top here, gives us enough room for that channel here. Really, this is the beef of the circuit. Look at them nice and tight. And this sits basically in between whatever this is and these feet over, and then we kind of use this as like the spacing for it. I think that's going to be a way to do it. Oh, whoops. Yeah, sorry. Was that if I get you again? Yeah, too many plungers, I guess. Whoops. It's all good. Sorry, the automated system's a little strict. I like it. I just noticed it's not showing the marching ants, is it? Why is that showing the marching ants? What? Why is it not doing that? Have you noticed that? It's not showing the marching ants. What? Am I crazy? So are you gonna give us an OBP server? We have all BPs unlocked. We have all BPs unlocked. Yeah, why is it not showing up? Am I crazy? I just noticed that. Okay, well, let's start that. Let me take a leak real fast. We're gonna get the music bumping again. Hold on. Looks like they both aren't showing up. Maybe there's a new setting that turns it off. We have the other indicators though. Okay, music. I like how tight this is on that side though. That's what she said? Yeah. Yeah, but if you have any reports to do, use the in-game report system. Please and thank you. Zero gravity? Got a piece. Those boobies. Oh, locked in. You got it. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't even test the circuit. I'm replicating it across. I forgot that green wire back there too, like an asshole. Bob, you want zero gravity or insomnia again? I think you like insomnia. What do you think, Bob? So I'm gonna write a lot on bass with cables. That should probably done a couple of graffiti pieces like that. Ooh, what's up, Don 21? What's up, baby? Nicholas. How do you pat the base? Like I hide. Oh, hide boxes behind holes. Oh yeah, that's hot. Oh yes, okay. Filter fail. That's the condition. Alright, then we need our kill switch. Yeah, I did see the new gameplay. It's hot. Yeah, wrap it around. Wow. Is that crazy looking? That looks a little insane. Oh, there's no trying about it. We got this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, delicious. Okay, let's get our good friend, the SAR piece. Blub, 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 blub. And the extendo mag. Woo, woo, woo. Ammunition. Let's get rock cheeses. That's a lot of rock cheese. Alright, how about 107,000? What do you call it? High velocity. Where are you? High velocity. There you are. Let's test them all. What else can we get rid of? This one? This one? Then we can go... What else? Tools. Our good friend Satchel Piece and our good friend C4. Where are you? There you are. Hello. I'm sure... Oh! Really? A hop like that from admin mode to regular triggers the flying hack? What? As an admin? Okay. 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 I guess. If you move at a certain velocity or too quickly, there's an automatic thing in place. Fly hack is one of them. It might... I mean, it used to be fly hack, but it's more of like a movement thing, but... It's so funny because you can trigger it as an admin sometimes because you can go between no clipping and then standard. And so if you have a high velocity and then take it off, like you have a higher velocity than your character should ever have. It's kind of funny. I can't believe I just triggered it from the box from like 2 inches from there. Whoops! Usually you get it when you're going very fast and you decouple into no clip and you fall to the ground. But if you're in G mode, it's fine. But like, I can't believe I got it. That's a record. From the box from like 2 inches out, I tripped it. It's a personal best. Impressive. Impressive. Look at these load times. That's so funny, dude. I can't believe that. That's why I usually, when I'm going fast and I decouple from no clip to clip, I usually like slow down. But I've never had it that close to the ground like that. The hex must be getting real bad on the PC side, huh? For it to be that strict now. I mean, my no clip is like put to my mouse button by my thumb. So I can transition between the two very quickly. Rapidly. That's so funny. That's like crazy. A little better? Let's go. Can we get more noonish? That's a little better. That's so funny, dude. That's a record. For sure, that's a record. Yeah, skip the video not showing the options. We got the scrappy. Oh, we did? Do you know when next gen's coming to console? June 26th! I gotta do one more thing to make sure that we're, hold on, I don't know what it's gonna show, so I'm gonna put this up for a second. I gotta put a TC down, hold on. this to work. Forgot about that. Guess we can do it here, right? It's gonna break our symmetry. It's really gonna piss me off. It really pisses me off. Anybody ever see that guy? It really pisses me off. Items, construction. Let me tab. There you go. Jeez. When it stops the server, it... Does this let me tab? Oh. Okay. What was I doing? Wood. Alright, that should work now. I guess let me do it from the center. Green's my favorite, so we'll do that. Okay, hold on. Hey. Oh, that's not that many. Okay. Wasn't that bad? Probably could have showed it. What's up? Are you able to craft SAM sites on PC? I don't think so. I don't think so. No. Items. Chippy. Where are you, Chippy? There's so many new things that slid down a row. Chippy is usually down here. Just kidding. Up here. So this is our test box. We're going to put a couple of these in here. Resource. Oh yeah, that's right. We can do 100 of those. Whoops. Okay, these should all be on. Okay, if it detects... Oh, that's right. We need to set the threshold for this. This is how many of each, and then this is the threshold. So this is low tier, so I think this one's 2, so you subtract 1, so this one's 1, and this one's 2. Okay, so the bottom ones are 1. There's 1. June 26th. Okay, so this is counting the lower tier stuff for sure. So the rocket should trigger this top section. One more should trigger this, which is the vacuum, which should take this and distribute it to the other bases if we did it right. You know what helps is if I turn these on. Oh! No. I'm stupid. The only one I'm testing is the one I didn't wire up. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad. Don't look at me, I'm embarrassed. Don't look at me. This one goes to on. This one goes to off. I'm so stupid. Oh, now we get the cables. Why did they go off the other time? This goes to off. The other one goes to on. That looks crazy with all the marching ants. Okay, let's try it again. Set this one to 3 so it trips. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm slow. Oh, you're right. It was the TC. When it hits the... Oh, did I get this one set? I didn't. Oh, man, I am very slow today. The green from... Oh, wow. I'm bad. Is that a kitty? I use the counter with the hidden HPF sensor outside my base to see if someone's sneaking around. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? There it goes. Now that's tripped. And this one's done. Which means filter failure. Right. 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 It tripped. We're gonna shut this one off. Let me try this one. There it goes. This one's going. This one's set to 4 or 3, whichever. 3, 4. Ha! So the bottom one needs to be 3. Oh, that's confusing. What is new gen coming out? June 23rd. Alright, this one should trip. I'm sorry. Did I say 23rd? My bad. Dude, am I drunk? Wait, no anti-hack. What? Circus. Woo! It does look good for next gen, yeah. I think I know why it's not tripping the outside. Ugh. Yeah, that was it. I had to push more power through it. That's why this is set to that one. Okay, well, we can't take that shortcut then. This is set to 6. I think we got it now. Let's put this to something more reasonable. Like 3. This will be 2. Hold on a sec. Yeah. Oops, I blew this up. Oopsie poopsie. Oops. Okay, it should work now. 3 shots from this. 1, 2. Oops. Gotta be a break in between. 2. 2. There, it activated. When there's nothing in there, it should fail to close. Or not. Well, I screwed up the red side pretty good, huh? This one needs to be set to 3. Yes. Okay, scratch that. Let's try it over here. 1. 2. 3. What does this say to? Oh, 4. Dude, I'm all over the place. I was jamming too hard. I wasn't paying attention. 4. Okay, this trips. Moves everything. When it fails, if I did this correctly, I don't think I had the bottom set right. I think it's supposed to be an or instead of an and. Oh, no, it tripped. Okay, no, we got it. Let's try this side, and then we gotta go after this. Two. 3. Transferring. There it goes. When it fails, it should shut all of them off and reset the counters. And it's distributing to the other 2 bases evenly. The red one I have messed up. I have to go back and figure out what the heck I did wrong. Did I have this set on fail? Maybe not. I have the same problem here, don't I? On fail to AND switch. This one's set to 3? Yeah. Wow. Okay, so only one of my circuits will work. Okay, well, at least we got the green side. We'll have to fix it later, but here we go. We made quite a bit of progress. We'll be back adjusting all of this. Oh, I know why. Because I have an OR for this one instead of an AND. That's what's going on. Knew it. I was gonna say, everything else looks right. Just caught it as I saw it there at the very end. It's active. When it's done and detects nothing, it should shut off. There it goes. Perfect. Had my logic all screwed up before. Turn this one back on. We got it. It works now. Alright, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Good news. I'm so glad we know the date and we know what's in it. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Latest.